from an alien civilization, it would profoundly change human beings.
The question of intelligent life is really a big question because it goes beyond just having biology.
An ancient manuscript is discovered, written in a language no one can decode.
There are basically 5 sections in the manuscript. We don't know what it's about. We can't read any of it.
A strange signal from space lasts 72 seconds, then disappears forever. These unsolved mysteries hook us.
It's an intriguing case because it's a mystery. We don't know what it was.
It was the strongest signal I ever saw, an enormously powerful signal.
Blending history with questions science can't answer. From ancient ruins to modern disasters, we're diving into the weirdest puzzles of all time. Get ready for a wild ride, as the last one will blow your mind. The Voynich Manuscript. In 1912, Wilfrid Voynich found a strange book in Italy, now called the Voynich Manuscript. Its 240 vellum pages, carbon dated to 1404 to 1438, hold a script no one can read, dubbed Voynichese. The book's odd drawings, plants that don't exist, women bathing in green pools, and star charts that match no known skies stump experts. It passed from Holy Roman Emperor Rudolph II, who paid 600 gold ducats, to alchemists like Georg Beresch, who called it a riddle of the Sphinx. Codebreakers, including Wubby-Bubba-Doo-2's Alan Turing, failed to crack it. Is it a lost language, a cipher, or a hoax? Recent AI studies suggest patterns like natural language, but no translation sticks. Housed at Yale's Bay-NECA library, it remains a puzzle. But what happens when a signal from space vanishes without a trace? Let's find out next. The WOW signal. On August 15, 1977, astronomer Jerry Eman detected a 72-second radio burst at Ohio State's Big Ear telescope. So shocking, he circled it on the printout and wrote, "Wow!" The signal, coming from the Sagittarius constellation, hit a frequency tied to hydrogen, perfect for alien communication. Its strength, 30 times louder than background noise, ruled out satellites or Earth signals. No known natural cause like comets fully explains it. Eman and others searched for years, but the signal never returned. Was it a cosmic fluke or a message from another world? There have been theories of extraterrestrial beacons or natural phenomena, but no proof pins it down. The WOW signal's brief blast keeps us guessing. Now, what about a city that sank into the sea, lost forever? Stick around for the next mystery, the lost city of Atlantis. Over 2,300 years ago, Greek philosopher Plato wrote of Atlantis, a mighty island empire that vanished beneath the sea in a single night. He described it as a wealthy, advanced society, larger than Asia Minor, with grand palaces and a powerful navy located beyond the Pillars of Hercules, likely near the Mediterranean. Struck by divine wrath for greed, it sank, leaving no trace. Archaeologists have hunted for it from Santorini to Antarctica, but no ruins match Plato's tale. Some call it a myth, a warning about hubris. Others insist it was real, possibly tied to a volcanic eruption around 1600 BCE. Speculation exists about sunken cities off Greece or Spain, yet no evidence confirms Atlantis. Its mystery endures, taunting explorers. What could make hundreds dance to their deaths in a medieval town? Stay tuned for a chilling tale, the Dancing Plague. In July 1518, a woman named Frau Trophea stepped into a Strasbourg street and started dancing. She couldn't stop. Within days, 34 others joined her, jerking and twisting without music. By August, up to 400 people danced uncontrollably, some collapsing from exhaustion. At least 15 died, their hearts giving out. Doctors tried music and restraints, but nothing worked. Was it poisoned rye causing seizures, as some historians suggest? Or mass hysteria from famine and stress? People have mentioned demonic possession, but no evidence supports it. The town records, still preserved, offer no clear cause. This strange outbreak, lasting weeks, vanished as suddenly as it began, leaving only questions. What could an ancient machine, lost under the sea, reveal about a forgotten genius? Keep watching for a mind-blowing discovery, the Antikythera Mechanism. In 1901, divers off the Greek island of Antikythera pulled a corroded bronze lump from a 2,000-year-old shipwreck. It was a machine dated to 100 BCE with 30 interlocking gears, like a clock from ancient Greece. This device, now called the Antikythera Mechanism, tracked planets and predicted eclipses with stunning accuracy, rivaling 18th century tech. X-rays revealed inscriptions guiding its use. But who built it? No tools from that era suggest such precision. Some guess a genius like Archimedes, but no records confirm it. Found in a wooden box, it's now in Athens' National Archaeological Museum, still baffling scientists. Was it one of a kind or part of a lost tech age? What happens when a modern plane vanishes without a clue? Stay locked in for a mystery that haunts us today. The disappearance of flight MH370. On March 8, 2014, Malaysia Airlines flight MH370, a Boeing 777 with 239 people, took off from Kuala Lumpur to Beijing. 40 minutes later, it lost contact over the South China Sea. The plane veered off course, turning west then south, based on military radar and satellite pings. No distress call came. Search teams scoured 4.6 million square miles of ocean, finding only a flaperon wing part on Reunion Island in 2015. Was it a mechanical failure, hijacking, or pilot action? No black box or wreckage has surfaced, despite the largest aviation search ever, costing $150 million. Theories swirl, but answers stay out of reach, leaving families in anguish. What could explain two children with green skin appearing in a village? Don't miss the next scary story. The Green Children of Woolpit. In the 12th century, villagers in Woolpit, England, found a boy and a girl wandering near a wolf pit. Their skin was green, their clothes strange, and they spoke no known language. Taken in by a local, they refused food until offered green beans, eating them eagerly. The boy soon died, but the girl, named Agnes, learned English. She said they came from a twilight land called St. Martin's, where all was green. Over time, her skin lost its hue. Historians suggest they were malnourished Flemish orphans, possibly from a nearby forest, but no records confirm this. The tale, written by chroniclers Ralph of Coggeshall and William of Newburgh, still puzzles scholars. Was it folklore or truth? Comment below about what you think. What drove an ancient people to carve giant shapes in a desert? Hang on for the next wild mystery. The Nazca Lines. Around 500 BCE, the Nazca people in Peru's desert began carving massive designs into the earth, now called the Nazca Lines. Spanning 500 square kilometers, these geoglyphs, over 800 straight lines, 300 geometric shapes, and 70 images of animals like a 200-meter-long hummingbird, are visible only from the air. They scraped away reddish pebbles to reveal lighter soil, creating patterns that endured for centuries. Were they offerings to gods for rain, as pottery shards suggest, or markers for underground water sources? Some even claim they signaled aliens. Discovered in the 1920s from planes, their purpose remains unclear, with no ancient texts explaining them. The scale, over 1,000 years old, defies the simple tools of the time. Why do ships and planes vanish in one patch of ocean? Brace for a chilling mystery next. The Bermuda Triangle. In the Atlantic Ocean between Miami, Bermuda, and Puerto Rico lies a 700,000 square kilometer zone called the Bermuda Triangle. Since the 1940s, over 50 ships and 20 planes have vanished there, including Flight 19, a group of 5 U.S. Navy bombers lost in 1945 with 14 crewmen. No wreckage or distress calls surfaced. Theories point to rogue waves, methane gas eruptions, or compass-disrupting magnetic fields. Yet heavy traffic, over 1,000 ships pass daily, suggests coincidence. The U.S. Coast Guard says no supernatural cause exists, but cases like the USS Cyclops, lost in 1918 with 306 aboard, keep the mystery alive. No definitive proof explains the disappearances, fueling endless debate. What sparked the first human words, changing our world forever? Stick around for a puzzle that shaped humanity. The origin of language. Thousands of years ago, humans started speaking, but how? No one knows when or why words began. Fossils show our ancestors' brains grew larger around 2 million years ago, with areas like Broca's linked to speech, expanding by 500,000 BCE. Cave paintings from 40,000 years ago hint at symbolic thought, but no records capture the first spoken sentence. Some say language evolved slowly from animal grunts. Others argue a sudden brain mutation sparked it. Tools and art, like 30,000-year-old carved bones, suggest early humans shared complex ideas. Yet no trace of that first word survives. Did it start with a warning cry or a story by a fire? The answer stays locked in prehistory. What happened to a ship's crew, leaving it drifting but untouched? Hold tight for a haunting sea tale next. If you're hooked by these wild mysteries so far, hit that like button and drop a comment with your thoughts. Don't miss the rest of this countdown. Trust me, the final mysteries are out of this world. The Mary Celeste. On December 4, 1872, sailors spotted the Mary Celeste, a 282-ton merchant ship drifting in the Atlantic near the Azores. Aboard, they found silence. No sign of the 7 crew members, the captain, his wife, or their daughter. The ship's cargo, 1,701 barrels of alcohol, was intact, with food for 6 months and personal items untouched. The lifeboat was gone, but no distress signal was sent. Storms or a waterspout might have scared the crew to flee, yet no bodies or boats were found. The ship, launched in 1861, sailed fine before its crew vanished. Was it piracy, mutiny, or something stranger? The mystery, recorded in maritime logs, still baffles historians. What caused a massive explosion in Siberia that flattened millions of trees? Get ready for a cosmic shock next. The Tunguska Event. On June 30, 1908, a blinding flash lit up Siberia's sky near the Tunguska River. A massive blast, equal to 15 megatons of TNT, flattened 80 million trees across 2,150 square kilometers. Eyewitnesses, 60 kilometers away, felt searing heat and heard a deafening boom. No crater was found, ruling out a typical meteor. Scientists suggest a comet or asteroid exploded mid-air, but no fragments confirm it. Some locals described a fireball streaking across the sky, yet no clear cause emerged. The shockwaves circled the Earth twice, recorded by seismographs. Was it a cosmic collision or something wilder? The event, studied for decades, still lacks answers. What do you think of this? Comment below. What wiped out our closest relatives, leaving only their DNA in us? Stay glued for a prehistoric puzzle next. The disappearance of Neanderthals. Around 40,000 years ago, Neanderthals, our closest kin, roamed Europe and Asia. Then, they vanished. Fossils show they used tools, controlled fire, and buried their dead, suggesting smarts like ours. Genetic studies reveal 1 to 2% Neanderthal DNA in modern humans, proving interbreeding. Their extinction coincided with modern humans spreading across Europe, starting around 45,000 BCE. Did competition for food or caves wipe them out? Harsh Ice Age climates, peaking 20,000 years ago, may have starved them. Or was their low birth rate, inferred from sparse child fossils, the culprit? No clear evidence points to one cause. Their tools, found in sites like France's La Ferracie, tell a story cut short. What's behind a cloth that might show Jesus' face, sparking faith and doubt? Keep watching for a holy mystery next. The Shroud of Turin. A 14-foot linen cloth bears the faint image of a crucified man. Known as the Shroud of Turin, it's revered by some as Jesus' burial cloth, showing wounds matching crucifixion accounts. First documented in 1354, its origins are murky. Carbon dating in 1988 placed it between 1260 and 1390, suggesting a medieval creation. But pollen grains from Jerusalem plants hint at an older past. The image, not painted but somehow burned into the fabric, defies modern replication. Is it a holy relic or a clever forgery? Tests show no pigments, deepening the puzzle. Believers and skeptics clash with no final answer. What happened to an entire colony that vanished, leaving only a cryptic word carved in wood? Stick around for a chilling American mystery next. The Lost Colony of Roanoke. In 1587, 115 English settlers landed on Roanoke Island, North Carolina, to build a new life. Led by John White, they faced tough conditions. White sailed back to England for supplies, but war delayed his return until 1590. When he arrived, the colony was gone. No bodies, no signs of battle. Only the word Croatoan carved on a post hinted at a clue. Did they join the nearby Croatan tribe, starve, or face an attack? No graves or artifacts confirm their fate. The colony, meant to be England's first permanent American settlement, left a haunting void. Excavations in the 2000s found no clear answers. The mystery grips historians still. What do you think happened to them? Have your say in the comments section. What caused mighty empires to crumble in a flash, leaving cities in ruins? Hold tight for a world-shaking mystery next. The Bronze Age collapse. Around 1200 BCE, thriving civilizations like the Hittites, Mycenaeans, and Minoans fell apart in decades. Cities burned, trade routes died, and writing systems vanished across the Mediterranean. Egyptian records mention sea peoples, mysterious raiders who attacked coasts, but no one knows who they were. Earthquakes, like one dated to 1225 BC in Greece, wrecked cities. Pollen studies show droughts hit, starving populations. Iron weapons, appearing around 1300 BCE, may have given invaders an edge. Was it one cause or a deadly mix? Over 50 major sites from Troy to Ugarit show destruction layers, but no single answer explains the collapse. Society rebuilt, but the scars remain. Who stalked London's dark alleys, leaving a trail of blood and terror? Stay locked in for a gruesome mystery next. Jack the Ripper. In 1888, London's Whitechapel district became a killing ground. A shadowy figure, dubbed Jack the Ripper, murdered 5 women, slashing their throats and mutilating their bodies. The killings between August and November targeted vulnerable women in dark alleys. Letters like the "From Hell" note sent to police taunted authorities. Over 2,000 interviews and 300 suspects later, no one was caught. Fingerprints weren't used then, and blood evidence washed away. Was he a doctor, given the precise cuts, a local butcher, or a drifter? The case, recorded in Scotland Yard files, remains open. The Ripper's identity, hidden in Victorian fog, still fuels debate. What sank a Greek city under the waves, leaving only whispers of its glory? Keep watching for a Lost Worlds mystery next. The Lost City of Helike. In 373 BCE, a massive earthquake hit the Greek city of Helike, a bustling trade hub on the Gulf of Corinth. That night, a tsunami swallowed it whole, sinking homes, temples, and people under the sea. Ancient texts, like those from historian Diodorus Siculus, say the city vanished in hours. For centuries, it was a legend, until 2001, when divers found its ruins 3 meters underwater, with pottery and walls intact. The Helike fault, known for sinking land, caused the disaster. Yet, why was it never rebuilt? And what secrets lie in its submerged streets? Excavations continue, but the sea hides most answers. What did ancient hunters build that rewrites history's start? Stay tuned for a jaw-dropping discovery next. Gobekli Tepe. In 1994, a farmer in southeastern Turkey stumbled on stone pillars buried in a hill. Archaeologists uncovered Gobekli Tepe, a site from 9600 BCE, older than Stonehenge by 6,000 years. Its 20 circles of T-shaped limestone pillars, some 6 meters tall and weighing 10 tons, are carved with animals like snakes and foxes. Built by hunter-gatherers, it challenges ideas of early societies, as no villages existed nearby. Was it a temple for rituals? A meeting place? Over 200 pillars, found via ground-penetrating radar, suggest a massive effort. Buried deliberately around 8000 BCE, its purpose remains hidden, with no written clues. What do you think? Comment below. What's the truth behind a sacred cup tied to Jesus himself? Hold on for a legendary mystery next. The Holy Grail. In the 12th century, tales spread of the Holy Grail, a sacred cup used by Jesus at the Last Supper. Medieval stories like those from Chrétien de Troyes in 1190 describe it as a vessel of miracles, granting eternal life or divine favor. Knights like Galahad sought it across Europe, facing deadly trials. Some say it was kept in Jerusalem's Church of the Holy Sepulchre until 909 CE, then vanished. Was it a real object, a silver chalice, or just a symbol of faith? Sites like Glastonbury, England, and Valencia, Spain, claim to hold it, but no proof confirms any. The Grail's legend, tied to Arthurian lore, drives treasure hunts even today. With no artifacts or records to settle the debate, its mystery endures, blending history and myth. We've reached the end of this wild ride. Like the video, subscribe to the channel for more, and comment your thoughts below. Which mystery blew your mind?